Hi, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Romy, aka Madam Attorney. Welcome to my channel and thank you so much for tuning in. Today I am talking about 5 things I wish I had done earlier in my career, or just earlier on in life in my field, right? I'm doing this video so that someone else who is a newly admitted attorney, a new candidate attorney, a new LLB graduate that is going into corporate before they even do their articles or they even get qualified as an admitted attorney, things that they can implement to make their career better, or to make themselves better while they are growing in this field. Okay, so I'm gonna discuss the 5 things that I have listed down, and yeah man, this is not really like this is more like a general thing that I think anybody can invest in while they're still young and they have less expenses, no children, maybe like life is still a bit easy, because the older you get, there's just a lot that life throws at you and that you have to navigate. So before wasting any more of your time, let's get right into this. Point number 1, I have been working since 2015, right? And I honestly wish that I'd started investing much earlier on in my career. If I look at the amount of money that's passed through my hands or my accounts, I'm just like, no ways. No ways. How much of that money is saved up, right? And it almost feels like that money never went through my hands or didn't pass through my bank account, and there's not much of it that's saved up. Even if I'm starting with investments now and I look at how much I'll have in 15 years and I compare to how much I would have had I started much earlier, the difference, guys, the difference is crazy. So the best thing that you can do for yourself as a newly graduated person or a person that's just recently started working is find an investment portfolio that you can invest in. Speak to a financial professional or financial advisor. Look into what portfolios can you honestly invest in, and start investing early. Start investing early so that in 10 years or in 15 years your investments are maturing and you have a lot of money. That way in 10 years, maybe let's say you start working around 20, and when you're 30, whatever, you can buy a property, maybe cash, or buy a car cash, or pay for certain things cash. You don't necessarily need to go to the bank every single time you need something to do. So that's point number 1, honey. Do it and thank me later. Point number 2. Second point is, I wish I had never taken a break from studying. I wish I had gone ahead and done my master's. Maybe I would have been doing my PhD right now. Yes, sometimes it's difficult to further your studies because that requires money, but over and above that, if you take a gap, guys, this is from my personal experience, if you take a gap, it's much harder to get back into the swing of things and how you study effectively, how you retain information, because you have not been doing it for a while. You've basically just been adulting. And I find that especially if you're going to go into corporate, having a master's or a PhD or whatever, it does broaden your opportunities. You can get into a whole lot of different spaces because you are more qualified. It does help. I wish I had studied, continued. I wish I had written my board exams. I wish I had written my notary exams. Right now as an adult, sure guys, I find that those exams are much harder now that I'm older and I've got kids and I'm trying to be a mom, running a business, this and that and that. It's just a little bit more challenging than it was back then. So if there's one thing you can do for yourself, is don't stop studying. If you can, continue to study. Even if you're studying through a UNISA, continue to study, do your masters, do your honors, you know, do your degree if you have a diploma, do your diploma if you have a higher certificate. Just don't stop studying. I know we've got this mindset that thinks that education doesn't do anything for you. That is so not true, guys. Education still does open doors for you. It still does give you better opportunities than somebody that does not really have a degree or any qualification at all. I've found that it works. So continue to do it. Continue to study if you can. I'm not gonna judge if you can't. Try and find a way, or see if it works. They've got bursaries or whatever, but continue to develop yourself and better yourself, because honestly it does broaden your chances and your prospects. It really does. So yeah. Third thing, third point, things I wish I had started with much earlier. I really wish I had invested in more personal development books and more finance books. Then I wouldn't have made the mistakes that I made. Like the financial mistakes I made, guys, yo, they are crazy. I think Lena, I qualified for it and I blew it. So the amount of money that's passed through my hands is just really crazy, right? I personally don't believe it as well, because I don't know where it is. I'm just like, my bank statements there versus the money that is saved. I'm just like, no ways, no ways. And had I known the information that I now know, or that I am like now learning, I feel like I would have made better decisions than I did. I feel like I would have been in a different position. I'm listening in to see if my child is crying in the other room because I'm trying to do this video. You see? Start early, read more personal development books, read more finance books, get equipped, learn about money, how you spend money, habits around money. Don't overpromise to do things for your family when you're not securing your future first. Like, guys, I really wish I had started with money conversations, just money literacy, much earlier on in my life. I feel like I would have been really in a much better position than I am. So if there's one thing that you can do for yourself as well, as invest in personal development books and finance books. Okay, learn about money, learn about debt, good debt, bad debt. Clothing accounts are a huge no-no. Like, if I could, I wouldn't have had them. They didn't do me any good. Like, I had clothing accounts, but still my credit score was not even increasing that well. So had I known more, I would have rather taken out different dates than the one that I took, which got me into more debt anyways. So yeah, read more about money, get financially literate. It's gonna help you in the long run. It's gonna help your kids, it's gonna help your family, it's gonna help you in general. Get money literate. Okay, yeah. Okay, now let's move on to point number 4. Point number 4 is, I wish I had gotten a mentor and I had not ran away from my mentors or the people that wanted to mentor me. There were people that I had a very good relationship with, i.e. my former principal from Van Velden and Duffy Attorneys. She's a really good woman. But your girl is just like, nah, it's okay. I wish I had used her more. I wish I had gotten more information from her, or learned from her more. I wish I had learned from her more than I allowed myself to. I wish I had gone to her with a lot of problems that I encountered in the field, because 1, she was more experienced, 2, she was more objective, but I just allowed myself to, and yeah. So if you can, get a mentor, get somebody that's older, that is not family, somebody that has done very well for themselves financially, somebody that is experienced in your field, somebody that has more or less, that would understand your personal background and help you navigate it. Or better yet, just get a counselor. Get a therapist, honey. No, it's not everybody that can afford to get a therapist, but just get somebody that could mentor you, somebody that you can bounce ideas with, or just talk to, and so you don't have to deal with things yourself or by yourself on your own. You've got people that you can sort of yeah. I really wish I had done that. It would have done me a whole lot of good, but I didn't, and now I'm here. So yeah, man, I really wish I had like bounced ideas off my principal or my mentor much more than I did. Yeah. And the last thing, I wish I had been more strict with regards to structures, you know. What do I mean by that? I wish I'd like okay, I'm gonna edit this out because I don't know what I'm saying. Editor's note, take that part out. Let me think about point number 4, or let me try and put it the way I want it to sound. Okay, so point number 5, guys. I lost a lot of money through being unorganized, right? I wish I had been more organized, more structured. You know, I wish when you consult and you need to sign, you know, how you onboard a client, I wish I'd been more strict with that, because I've lost a lot of money by not making clients sign contingency agreements, by not making clients give me more information, so that if they don't pay, I know where they work, I know their manager, I know their company, I've got more information. I wish I had been more thorough in that regard. So if you are in business, or you are, you know, just a newly graduate, guys, get organized, you know, get structured. It really helps. It really helps you avoid a lot of mistakes, because you're structured and because you structured, your things are in order. It just really helps you deal with life much easier. It makes your life also a lot more easier. So I really wish that I had been more organized much earlier in my life. I am learning right now. I'm not 100% there, but I am learning, and already I can see a huge improvement, but I am not where I would like to be. You know, I'm not where I'd like to be, you know, but it's way better than what I've been before. So yeah, man, those are like 5 things I wish I'd started doing much earlier in my life. They would have just made life much more easier. I am finding that they're making life quite manageable now and much easier now. And had I implemented those strategies and just done those things much earlier on in my career, it would have really helped me. I would have advanced much more than I have. So I'm doing these, or I am sharing this, so that if you are a newly admitted attorney, or you're a graduate that's going to corporate, it would not help to get yourself educated, start investing, you know, get yourself a mentor, get financially literate, and get organized. It really does help, you know, it really does help. So those are the 5 points of the things I wish I had started doing much earlier on in my career. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up. Just share maybe what are some of the things you wish you had started doing much earlier on in your life, and let's grow our community. Let's engage in the comment section, and let's talk about this. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you guys in my next video. Ta-da!